Hey, what's happening, Nation? It's Joku. It's Thursday night. It's time for episode 5 of The Nation's Voice. I truly love doing this show. I've said it before. The whole reason that I started doing this shit was to have a show like this that was pretty much just a bunch of true Raider fans going back and forth, just talking about everything that's currently happening with the team and what we're going to do moving forward. And I truly appreciate everybody that comes out for this, man. Truly love making this show for you guys. If you're new to it, please do subscribe. I always do appreciate that. But on Thursday nights, I go ahead, I put 4 topics out there. We break them down. We discuss them. If you're in here live, put your comments in the comments section. Zach, what's happening, dude? How are you? Put your comments out there. If you're not in here live, leave your comments after the video posts up. Yeah, man, we're going to go ahead and jump into this. A couple of things I wanted to mention real quick was, what was it? Jalen Richard ended up signing a 2-year deal out there. Emery, what's up, dude? What's going on? That's Zeke, dude. Zeke's a good dude. But yeah, Jalen Richard signed a 2-year deal, so he's definitely coming to Vegas. I was stoked as shit about that. I'm not even going to lie. I'm super happy that he's on this team moving forward into Vegas. Puts a big question mark of what's going to end up happening with Washington. I really don't think we're going to bring Washington back. I think we are putting him out there so he could prove himself out there and really make some things happen for himself and just moving his career forward. And I really think that we're getting somebody in free agency or picking somebody up in the draft. But I'm happy as shit about Jalen Richard. That is huge. I was going to put a video out yesterday, but I pretty much felt like shit. I saw the news break, and then I was like, man, I'm going to put something out there. I'm so happy about this. Then I got on YouTube, and there was already like 20 or 30 videos out there, and I was like, all right, shit, we'll just save it for the voice. It is what it is. Southern dude, what is going on? I hope his millions secure his hands. Yeah, no shit, dude. But I'll tell you, there's very few running backs in the league that can catch the ball over their shoulder like Jalen does. And I really think we're going to see Derek Carr opening up this offense in a big, big way moving forward. The other thing that happened, this was actually today, we re-signed that linebacker Quentin Poland. I don't know if he's going to be on our practice squad again or if he's going to end up getting a little bit more play time. Any extra linebackers we can get out there, I'm always happy as shit about that. So I will take that. I will take that all day long. Like I said, even if he's on our practice squad and just rides another year, just to have a little bit of extra depth out there really, really goes a long, long way. So I was happy to see that shit. And let's jump into the topics for tonight, man. All right. Carr versus Brady. I know we are all sick of hearing about this, and I said it in my last video. I promise you, unless Brady is sitting in an office in Vegas, ready to sign some papers, this is going to be the last time that I talk about this. But the nation's really divided on this. I've seen a lot of people out there just say, oh, we're getting Brady. I'm done with Carr. Writing's on the wall. Carr's done. There's a bunch of teams out there chomping at the bit to get Brady. I guarantee you that. Maybe 5 teams out there that don't want Brady. But I did a video a few weeks ago where I broke down their stats. I do not think bringing Brady in is the right move. A lot of you guys think that if we go out there and sign Brady and have him on this team, that we will immediately be contenders. We'll jump up to 10 or 11 wins, and we can get somebody in the draft or in free agency to kind of back him up. I just don't see it. I honestly don't see it. If he plays like he did this past season, he was the same damn quarterback as Carr this past season. The only difference was he had a kick-ass defense, and we did not. So let me know what your guys' true opinions are on that. I'm not going to be pissed if you want Brady. It's hard to sit here and be like, no, I don't want the GOAT as a Raider. Like, the fuck wouldn't want Brady on their team? Even if he is declining, he's still fucking Brady, dude. Southern Oregon says, Brady plus Raiders equals me sitting out a year. I don't blame you for that, dude. I really, really don't. But there's a lot of people out there that would love to see Brady come to Vegas, put on that uniform, and lead us through 1 or 2 seasons. Zach agrees with Oregon. He would be done. And I'm telling you right now, I do not want to see it. I do not. I think this is all just smoke that's being blown way out of proportion right now. So, give me your thoughts on it. I was kind of pissed that Mayock and Gruden came out there and they were like, oh, we would definitely pursue Brady if he ends up hitting free agency. A dude like Carr is extremely emotional. Extremely emotional. So you know that shit's going to get into his head. A lot of people are like, oh man, it's really going to push him. Something like that could just totally fuck him up. So I'm really curious to see what happens with that. Did Brady not confirm he was staying in New England already? Not that I know of, dude. As far as I know, his wife was looking at houses out in Tennessee. or looking at the schools out in Tennessee, and if you ever want to know what a married dude is going to do, just kind of follow what his wife's doing. And I'll tell you right now, if Brady ends up going out and signing in Tennessee, that shit would be nasty. I would not want to play against that team. Not next season. But that's the same shit a lot of people say if he comes to Oakland. So I'm really curious to see what ends up happening with that. If New England's offering $30 million 1 year, why would he leave? Because from what he said, he wants weapons, and he truly doesn't have them. If you go out there and pay him $30 million, he's not going to have, or the Patriots aren't going to have the extra money to go out there and get him the true weapons that he wants, unless it's just somebody willing to come over and play for Brady, which would honestly be exactly what it was. The Hulu commercial, he said he wasn't going anywhere, just saying. He did, but he has a chance to make a shit ton of money and finish out his career wherever the hell he wants. I truly think he is going to stay in New England. I think this whole thing is just media hype, just to kind of help them carry through the offseason. So, I don't know. Give me your stock on it. I really want to know what you think about it. I am sick of talking about it. I'm sick of fucking hearing about it. Everybody has their own opinions out there. And if you go to like the ESPN and Fox Sports and shit like that, they're pretty much just breaking this down to the point to where it's just completely obnoxious. So I don't want to dive into it too much, but I do know that you guys have your opinions on this. So please stick it out there. If you do want Brady, let me know. And let me know why. Because if you get Brady, you get a rookie behind him, Brady retires, and that rookie sucks, you're fucking back to square one. Like, completely back to square one, where we're desperately trying to find a quarterback. Telling y'all right now, Carr is on the verge of busting out. This is going to be the third year in his system. His numbers have gone up every season. His accuracy's gone up every season. And there's been plenty of times through the season where I know everybody gives him shit, but he's been trying to stretch the field. He just doesn't have the weapons to do it. And then when we get those injuries stacking up, it completely fucks us. So it is what it is. So give me your thoughts on that. We're going to push past it here. We're going to move into Gabe Jackson. Gabe Jackson, 6'3", 335. Brady's a Super Bowl chance no matter where he lands. He's just that guy. So I'd want him wherever I was. And that's pretty much it. And that's what a lot of people think. And that's what a lot of people say because they just want to win. As a Raider fan, and a lot of other guys have said that they just want to win. I think we have a better shot at winning with Carr than we do with Brady, as fucked up as that sounds. I know I'm going to catch shit for that. But for as far as winning next season and winning going into the future, stability builds teams in the NFL, and very few teams have that. So I truly, truly think that's what we're going to go with. And I see some really, really bright shit in our future. All right, Gabe Jackson. He's 6'3", he's 335, he's 28 years old. He played 11 total games for us last season. 2016 was the last time he played a full season. And he's not a free agent until 2023 because we signed him to that 5-year, $55 million contract. He was dealing with, the MCL tear. He suffered it in the preseason, fought through it all season long. I really think that he's going to end up bouncing back. I don't see him going anywhere, but there's been a lot of talk about him being traded through the draft or throughout free agency. And not necessarily bringing in another offensive lineman for him, but maybe going after a pick for him because I really think right now he's probably worth a third or a fourth. I think a third would be pushing it, but a low third I think we could definitely get for him. But it would be a big fucking salary cap dump for us at the same time. So let me know what you guys think about Gabe Jackson. If you'd want to keep him, if you'd want to go ahead and get rid of him. I'm in the boat of personally keeping him. I think he just had a down year. I think he can bounce back. His lack of consistency as far as playing a full season really, really, really hurts. I just look at his inspirational abilities. He pushes teammates. Plus, he's a veteran that would be good for a lot of younger guys' confidence. All right, Zeke, I'll give you that. And I will also give you the fact that Carr will not get up there and get into somebody's face and just tell them that they're doing it wrong. And Brady will do that. Brady will not apologize for them after the game. He will grab somebody's face mask in the middle of a game and straight up break them down. And I truly, truly love that about Brady. And you will never see that shit from Carr. And leadership comes in a lot of different forms. But sometimes you got to get to the point to where you're just literally breaking somebody down to make sure that they understand exactly what the fuck they're supposed to be doing. And Brady gives you that. That I will give you. Zeke, I'll be quiet now. Zach, if Big Gabe doesn't bounce back or he gets injured again, I can see them moving on from him next offseason. I'm hoping he bounces back, though. I truly am hoping he bounces back. I really honestly think that he's going to. So that's the thing that kind of kills me, though. They might end up just go ahead and just ditching him, dude, and just getting rid of him. So curious to see what happens with him. I really want to keep Gabe for one more season. I think this offensive line as a whole is solid as shit right now. And I don't want to see any pieces of it messed with. They can all come out there healthy. They've proven that they can control other teams out there, especially that Bears game. I fucking love that shit. And that was our offensive line doing that. Ketchup? Oh, Joe. What's up, Ketchup? How are you, dude? Oregon, don't care what Mayock does with Jackson with him. Pros are the same as cons. And, I mean, he does. His biggest con is that he can't stay healthy and make it through a damn season. It drives me insane. Like, truly, truly insane. One thing Gruden preaches is continuity, especially on the offensive line. And he does. And I'm pretty sure that he's in there every day with Tom Cable. Just getting these guys, having their blocking assignments so his offense could work as perfectly as possible. I don't think he's going anywhere, but I've just seen a lot of stories about it. Oh, Machiavelli, what's happening, dude? Thank you for making it out. So, yeah, I would love to see him stay. But at the same time, if they can get a third-round pick for him, or if they can go out there and get, really, I think it would be a pick. If he doesn't move through the draft, I'm pretty damn sure he's coming to Vegas with us. And I'll be happy as shit about it. But if you want to see him get traded, let me know what you think his value is. Because that's what it'll have to be to get him off this team is going to be a trade. There's no chance we just straight up cut his ass. That will not happen. So, Gabe Jackson, there it is. Let's push on here. Daryl Worley. And this is a tough one, dude. This is truly, truly a tough one. I am a big... What are the topics? We talked Carver's Brady for a minute there, just right at the start. Just kind of get that shit out of the way and just kind of bury it forever. Until he's sitting at a Vegas office somewhere. Then we talked about Gabe Jackson. And just, should we keep him? Are we going to trade him? Not really should we keep him. Pretty much just, are we going to trade him throughout the draft? Just been a lot of talk about it, so I wanted to see what was happening with that. We're going to break down Daryl Worley. We're just about to start talking about him and seeing what's going on with him. And then we're going to finish up with Ty Williams out there. So let's go ahead and jump into Worley real quick. He's 6'1". He's 215. Dude's only 24. I know he looks like an old-ass man, but the dude's only 24 years old. He had 51 solo tackles, 58 total tackles. He had 1 pick, 8 passes defended, which ranked him 67th in the NFL, so that shit ain't very good. I ain't going to lie about that. And then he had 1 fumble recovered. He had no sacks, and he played for 15 games for us. Worley's young. He has all the talent in the world. Fought a lot of that shit at the beginning of his career, but I really think that he's bouncing back, and I really think he's going to end up having a really good showing for us. I want to see him move into that more of that safety position that they talk about, where he moves into that slot safety spot, just because he has some pretty decent size to him, being 6'1", 215. He can get out there and at least hang with some of those tight ends that are just getting completely past our safeties right now, because our safeties... Love them or hate them, they're undersized as shit, especially with the way that these receivers and tight ends are built in the NFL right now. So I'm really curious to see what they do with Daryl Worley. Machiavelli says I would give Worley another chance. I definitely want to say it. Oregon said to Machiavelli Raider, your videos are dope, bro. That is straight facts. If you guys don't follow Machiavelli by any chance, you need to check his channel out. His shows are sick as shit. I literally watch them all the damn time. So Machiavelli, please keep that up, dude. I truly, truly love your channel. I know a lot of these other dudes in here do too. So keep up the hard work. I know it's a grind. I know what it is to get out there and put all this shit together. The reason I stream live is because I don't have the time, and 2, I don't have the know-how to do half the shit that you do out there. So props to you, man. Keep that shit going. Man, I got way off track there. Sorry about that. But Daryl Worley, yes, we need to lock him down for one more season. I still think that we're going to end up getting a cornerback in this draft. And it's very possible that we end up getting one or two through this free agency process. I think you're going to see a ton of defense come to this team next season, just a ton of defense. And I think you might see, everybody's like, man, we need that big splash player. I really think it might come on the defensive side of the ball this time, and I really think it's going to be another corner. Because if you had Mullen out there teamed up with some good-ass fucking corner, and then you had Worley able to float the field, that's a good-looking secondary right there. It truly is. And the fact that he is so young, he's under contract, he's been learning this defense. Gunther really seems to like him, so as long as Gunther's there, I really don't see him going anywhere. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you honestly think about Worley, because a lot of you guys, he gets burned every damn time. All you see is the back of his jersey trying to chase somebody down. He has gotten burned a few times. Every cornerback in the league gets burned a few times, especially if you're facing Tyreek Hill 2 times a year. Plus the damn Chargers receivers. Don't sleep on those dudes. So let me know what you think about that shit, because I know it's tough to watch. And I know he does get burned, but he is still young. He is still learning. I want to see him. I want to see him go to Vegas. I really don't think we're going to end up doing too much with him, but his development's going to be crucial for this team. So let's bring it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Bring Worley out. Catch up about the Philo Machiavelli. Hearing Raider football, doing videos is time consuming. Do props to you both. Worley, I'd give him the benefit of the doubt. And I'm truly hoping we do. I'm truly, truly hoping we do. Because if we don't, I think that's going to be a huge loss for our defense right there. That dude's awesome in the screen game. Like, truly, truly awesome in the screen game. I've seen him stuff more screenplays than any other player on this Raider team. And, I mean, a lot of it's because our linebackers can't do a fucking thing. So we definitely need to go out there and really, really look at this linebacker crew. But that's what I got. That's what I got for you on Worley, man. Let me know your guys' thoughts about that. Oh, Richmond, what's happening, dude? How are you? We're breaking it down tonight, dude. Feel free to jump in there. Let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know what you're thinking. Then, this is a tough one. This last one. I want to talk about Ty Williams for a minute. Ty Williams is the ultimate number 2 wide receiver. He is not a number 1. He is not the kind of dude that's going to carry us forward. Zach, what you got? I like Worley, just not sure his price tag. Either Worley or Joseph stays. If he does make the move to safety, can't see us having room to keep them both with Abrams, Joyner, Harris, and Levitt too. They really seem to be pretty high on Levitt. And man, I know a lot of fucking dudes out there love Eric Harris. Like, I know a lot of you guys out there love Eric Harris. I'm gonna break him down in one of these videos. So maybe when I jump into his stats, I'll see more. I did not see too much out of him. I just truly didn't. I don't see him staying on this team and moving forward into Vegas. I know it's going to piss a lot of people off. I know there's a lot of big Eric Harris fans. I'm a fan of Eric Harris. I would like to see him stay, but at the same time, if I can get some more quality in there and I can move Worley over into that safety spot and Harris gets dropped and Levitt ends up sticking around and we still got Abram and Joyner out there and Carl Joseph, and then the only loss that we take is Eric Harris. I mean, shit, dude, that's tough to argue right there. It truly is. Would you rather have Worley or Eric Harris at that point? And I'll take Eric Harris 100% of the time. I promise you that, just because it is what it is. He's just an all-around better player. He's faster. He's bigger. He's stronger. He's going to end up making more plays. I know that Eric Harris just completely fucking destroyed the Chargers. They completely destroyed them. He won us that game. But outside of that game, that dude really, he got burned a pretty good bit, just like Worley did. A lot of it's just not having the help that they deserve out there, but it's a tough one. But I would definitely take Worley over Harris if it ended up coming down to him sliding over into the safety and us having to drop one of those dudes. So, John Joe, how do you feel when the Raiders bring Quentin Poling from the Miami Dolphins? I talked about that earlier. I'll take it. I know he played. He didn't start. He played on special teams one game for us this past season. And, they must have liked what he saw. He's out there doing something right. So, we re-signed him. I'm happy that we got him. I'm curious to see what his actual spot's going to be. He might just be a training camp body. I really think we're going to bring in a lot of young talent in this offseason, especially on the defensive side of the ball. I did say that. So, Curious to see how that plays out. But as of right now, man, he's going to Vegas, and I'll take that shit. Any extra linebacker help we can get, I will take in a heartbeat. Number 2. I don't like Harris that much, honestly. It seems like the staff does, though. Zach, I mean, I'm pretty sure you're right about that. But at the same time, I really think this team is pretty much getting into, like, win-now mode. You had your 2 years of rebuilding. You've got a good fucking solid core of people out there. Now's the time to bring in those 2 or 3 dudes that are really going to flip this shit with a young draft class. And I think it's win-now time, and I don't think Erik Harris is going to make that cut. This move to Vegas is going to push this team more than you would ever believe. And I really think it's win-now for a lot of the people and a lot of the coaching staff out there right now. Because if things do not go well in the first year in Vegas, and I'm telling you right now, you're going to see some massive changes after that shit. Like, massive. Machiavelli, correct, Harris makes more plays, but he gets beat once in a while. When he does, man. But I mean, all of our safeties out there pretty much get beat because they're having to help those corners so damn much, and they're playing out of position. That's the other thing I saw about Harris. He was just completely out of position on a few good plays out there that were really big fucking difference makers. I think he's one of those guys that just kind of plays that ball hawk mode, and sometimes it screws him, but other times he ends up getting 3 picks in a game. So he just, as far as I'm concerned, he doesn't have the speed that we're going to need to keep hanging with these teams in the AFC West. And I really think that's going to be his biggest downfall. Machiavelli, a lot of it has to do with miscommunication. That's exactly what I'm saying, dude. He just ends up being out of position. A lot of that was losing Vontaze. Like, this defense was so much better with Vontaze out there. But he was able to get out there and just tell everybody exactly where the fuck they were supposed to be. And we don't have that on this defense. I'm really thinking Abrams ends up being that guy and playing a big fucking major captain role for us, and we're truly going to need that. And if you said it before, man, you got Crosby on that front line, you get a solid-ass linebacker out there. I'm really, really hoping we get Queen. I'm not even going to lie to you guys. And then you have Abrams on that third. Your levels are stacked. You're going to be making a huge, huge difference out there. That's when defenses start to play good as shit, so... Ty got paid. He stuck with us. Ty did get paid, man. I think he's getting like 11 or 12 million next season. And I'm happy that Ty Williams is staying on this team. I do not get me wrong. I know a lot of you guys do not like him. Dude was fighting plantar fasciitis for a good bit of this season. That shit is legitimate, and it fucking hurts, and it will slow you down. Dude's a speed demon, and you did not see it this past season, but at the same respect, he's a number 2. That dude is a true number 2 wide receiver out there. So we need to get that number 1. Hey, catch up, how's your day? Richmond just wants to know, man. Just checking in on you. How are things up in Denver? You doing good? Oregon says, keep Ty. Draft 2 wide receivers, 12 and 19. Lamb, Rice, Higgins. Ty could develop the new blood. All the other picks go to D. Or you talked about that shit before I did that video about that. I would still love to see that shit. If we went out there and just took 2 of those fucking top receivers out there, and that would be... It's not going to happen. We both know it's not going to happen, but that would be cool as shit just to see that happen. I honestly would love to see us go out there and if the right 2 linebackers are on that board, just go linebacker, 1 or 12 and 19. Just let it be. Just let it be known right there. We are going completely defensive. I really, really want to see that shit. So let me know what you think about that. Just a total defensive draft, and you just pick up your pieces for the offense just through the offseason, which is very, very possible for us. Can't wait to see Abrams on the field again. Abram, for a dude that we only saw through the preseason and then play pretty much half a game, there is more hype behind that dude than you would ever believe. I truly think that kid is a baller. Like, I truly, truly think he is. If nothing else, he's going to hit hard as shit, and I cannot wait to see that. I think he's going to give this defense the attitude that they've been desperately, desperately seeking for a while there. Good bro, I was watching 60 Days in and forgot to hear my boy So Joker. I appreciate you, Casual Fan. I truly do. You make it out to all the shows, and I truly love that shit. The whole Raider Nation is your best friend. It's true, Ketchup. We all got your back. Don't you worry. You watch whatever you want to watch, man. All right, and then we'll jump into Ty Williams because this is going to end up being like a pretty big chunk of this because I want to end up really seeing what your guys' opinion on that. Even if we draft 2 wide receivers, we could have depth at wide receiver. I think I saw Carr had 46 TDs, 43 thrown, and I believe he ran in, or 3. Not this past season, dude. Let's see. Losing Burfitt and Joseph hurt. Losing Vontaze and losing Joseph this season and Abram at that point. Losing all 3 of that is like the fucking core of this defense. Those 3 dudes were, man, that's what fucked this entire defense. That's what fucked this entire season for us. Our defensive injuries killed us, but it also showed us how vulnerable we were, even on offense, with the lack of depth that we had on this team. Shit goes back to Eric Harris again, dude. So, I mean, that was crucial losses. Crucial losses. All right, Ty Williams. He's 6'4". He's 205. The dude has size. The dude has speed. He's 27. Played in 14 games. He had 42 receptions, 651 yards, 15.5 yard average. He had 6 TDs and 4 drops. And like I said earlier, he was dealing with that plantar fasciitis all season, which completely screwed him. So, I mean, Ty Williams, like I said, he's sticking around. But do you guys like him? Because, I mean, honestly, he's another dude you could probably trade out there. His 4 drops really isn't that bad, but it seemed like his 4 drops came at like the most crucial fucking times throughout a game where it just ended up completely screwing us out there. But I think he's going to end up getting decent amount of chemistry out there with Carr. I think he's going to end up playing a hell of a lot better when he's completely healthy. And like I said, I know I've said this a million times, and you guys are probably getting sick of hearing this shit. If you stick a true number 1 out there with Williams, he's going to end up playing a hell of a lot better, and he's going to play a season that's going to make you guys believe that he's a number 1, even though he's not. Don't buy into that hype. But a true number 1 out there and Williams could be a lot like the Crabtree Amari Cooper days, just where you have the speed, you have the size, you have the dependability out there, and Carr can really start lighting some shit up again. Because I'm telling you, if he had a solid receiving core, and I mean, Renfro's great, Waller's great, but you got to give him some solid-ass receivers out there. Zay Jones is not the answer. He's not. Aitman's not the answer. So, shit, man, Doss isn't the answer. We need to flip these dudes around. We have to going into next season. We have to get some bigger, better size. We have to get some better speed. We sure as shit need to get some better hands out there. But it's tough watching a bunch of receivers learn a whole new offense and watching Carr suffer through that shit again. It sucks to watch. So, Ty Williams, man, let me know. Give him that number 1. Bring in a bunch of new people. That's a tough one, dude. It's truly a tough one. I want to know what you guys think about that. What do you guys think of Zay Jones? It's the 4th or 5th wide receiver on the roster. Quite a few times he got open and just didn't get the ball. Maybe a training camp of building chemistry with Carr. I was pretty high on Zay Jones going into this season, or when he got brought onto the team this season. I put a little video about him out there. He was just coming out. It was pretty much like they were just a true like possession receiver that was always going to make the catch for you. He ended up having that one good ass year in Buffalo, then just kind of fell off the map completely. I don't want Zay Jones back on this team. I'm not going to lie to you. I know we did have some plays where he was just fucking wide open and never got the ball. But at the same time, there was times where we needed receivers to get open and he was not able to. I really see us moving on from him. I can honestly say I'm not too upset about it. If we kept him as like the 4th or 5th guy, which I really don't think we can keep him as the 5th. I think that 5th receiver pretty much has to be your return specialist, just true burner guy, and that is not Zay Jones. He will not give you that, especially not with the kind of speed that you need at those positions like that. I'm curious to see if he sticks around. He was just brought in one of those, that was a little 1-year thing, so I think he's going to end up being gone. I honestly don't see him making it through camp, but what the hell do I know? I'm just a dude sitting in his basement, so it's very possibly could be. I would like to see Doss honestly take that 4th spot if it were available to him, but I don't see that happening. Yes, I like Eastern Oregon kid. He is a solid number 2 when healthy. Do you know his name? I don't know. Man, there's so many of these dudes that come popping up when they're going through the draft boards. But if he's a little burner guy out there, I see him having a serious shot at making this team out there. Machiavelli, yeah, Jones needs more time with Carr. Training camp for Resch usually where they play players bond. And that really is. I mean, they're out there at camp. They're fucking playing nonstop together. I know he'll make it that far, but I think if we end up bringing in not even big name wide receivers, but just receivers that can go out there, I think he'll be outshined just like he was in Buffalo, and that's the reason he got moved on from. I just think there's better talent out there. I do not want this to be another season where we just go out there and settle. That shit will drive me insane. I want to go out there. I want to get some talent. We have the money if we don't fuck it up. We have a fucking brand new stadium. We have a lot of players wanting to come play just because of the tax law and everything like that. We got a serious shot this next season, and there's going to be a shit ton of hype behind this team. They're going to be getting more coverage than they probably have in the past 30 years. So, good things are coming, Raider Nation. Good things. Jones deserves a chance at camp, depending on what we do in the draft. I think it's a 50-50. He leaves Napa. I'll give you that. It's probably 50-50. I think that's pretty fair. I think if you were going to put a number on it, he's got a decent shot at doing it. But if we bring in talent around him, I honestly think that he's going to end up being gone. Ever since I heard that the defensive coach, Preston Buckner, got fired for Rod Marinelli, I'm afraid the defensive season would crumble. My biggest thing about that was Buckner is so fucking explosive. And that is such a young defensive line. And that is what those guys respond to. Somebody in your face, somebody cranking the music during practice, somebody who's yelling at you non-fucking stop. Marinelli's more, I mean, he's the old school coach. He's going to tell you, maybe that's what these guys need now. They had that year of having somebody yell at them, being in their face. Now they're going to have Marinelli in there like, all right, now this is exactly how you do it. Dude ran some damn good defenses. He's a long time coach. I really think he's going to make, I'm hoping, a positive difference for this defensive line. But I really think Buckner did a damn good job. I was truly shocked by that. Why the hell you wouldn't fire a linebackers coach in a heartbeat if you wanted to give Marinelli a job? Keep Buckner with that offensive line. They were obviously responding to him. Our defensive line played so damn good. But I really think there's something that we'll probably never know that happened in that situation, because that move really the majority of us did not make any sense at all. But a lot of you guys were saying that we brought in Marinelli because if Gunther ends up failing, he's taking over this defense the season after this. So that's also a very real possibility. But at the same time, shit, man, give Buckner that opportunity. I would have loved to see him as our defensive coordinator and just see what that brain was full of. Gavelli, I see Aitman coming back. He showed small flashes of good play. And that's the thing about Aitman. The past 2 seasons, his numbers just haven't been there. He really, I'll give it to you, he really hasn't gotten the opportunity out there. And the plays that he did make for us, they always seem to be pretty big plays out there. I just don't know. I just don't know if that's what they're looking for right now. I think with Aitman, this will be his 3rd year, I believe. He should have that chemistry with Carr. He's been through 2 off seasons with him. He's been through all the programs with him. So I'm curious to see what happens with Aitman. But like I said, I really think you're going to see a lot of these wide receivers moved on from. I'm not going to be too shocked about it. If we end up keeping them, I'm going to need a couple of them to take a huge step forward. Because if they don't, that shit's going to hurt. And that's going to hurt our team in a big way. And I want this offense to kill it next season, because I'll tell you right now, it's Carr's last shot. If Carr ends up blowing it this next season, he's done. He is gone. There is nobody that can say shit about it. He does not have a winning record with us. He has been with us for 6 seasons now. It's time for him it's make or break time for him. I will agree with a lot of people out there that are saying it's time for him to go. Give him this one more season. Give him his full offense. Give him that wide receiver that he desperately needs. And then if he screws the pooch, I will be the first one making a video saying, all right, time for Carr to go. And then we are resetting back to square one. But at the same time, if we end up blowing it next season, got a lot of really good quarterbacks coming out there. And a lot of you guys are saying we're going to take a quarterback in this draft. A lot of you guys are talking about us taking Love, which I'm not going to lie to you, just heard about this kid earlier tonight. He honestly looks pretty damn good. If we can get him in the 3rd round, I would not shake my head at that. And honestly, if we can get Jalen Hurts in the 3rd round, I'd actually be pretty cool with that shit. Not bringing him in as a starter, but just bringing him in like, all right, hey, start learning this offense. You have a lot of potential. If Carr blows it, guess what? At least then you have somebody on your team that can give you a true shot moving forward. So let me know what you guys think, man. you guys went crazy for a second. We need to learn to run the scoreboard up. I want to see us hang 40 at least on the cheap teams or get the damn shutout. Chiefs got our number one, and we gotta play them. Yeah, I mean that is fact. Catch up. And we talked about this throughout the season as it was going on. Nothing pisses me off more than watching us jump out to a lead and then just start grinding the ball out instead of just continuing to fucking push through and put points up. That is one thing that I think Gruden is learning the hard way. You used to be able to win football games that way. Like, you used to be able to go out there and kick the shit out of teams by jumping out to a lead and then just grinding them down and then just time of possession, you win the game. That shit does not work anymore. It just truly doesn't. There's too many teams out there in Baltimore, Kansas City. They're just so damn explosive. And they can put up points so fast. You have to just keep pushing. You have to keep pounding and just getting points on the board. And we do not do that. And that shit does drive me insane. And if Oakland pitches a shutout on the defensive side of the ball, I will fucking go crazy. Like, just crazy. I don't think our defense is even close to that right now, but it would make a huge, huge difference. Oregon, Aitman and Doss may make the practice squad, but I think that's it. Yeah, I'm right there with you, Oregon. I don't see those dudes sticking around. I could see Doss going in the practice squad just because we already have paid his ass. Richmond, Legion Stadium needs the roof ASAP, or the Raiders would be playing in Vegas Heat. I really think they're going to have that stadium done. There's a lot of talks about the delays and everything out there. But, I mean, even a game out there in the heat, I'll take it. I'll take it just to be in that new damn stadium. But I really think they're going to get that thing done. With Jalen Richard getting a 2-year contract extension, do you think Gruden still wants another big back or two the shared time like the 49ers? I still think Gruden wants a big back. I really think that's his play style of offense out there. I think he wants to have that back. Like, he has the ultimate back in Josh Jacobs, who's willing to drop his shoulder and go through somebody, but he's also the kind of back that can make one juke move and just be completely gone. But the perfect back to have to spell somebody like that is just somebody that's going to come in there and just put their fucking shoulder down every single time. And Gruden loves that shit. He truly, truly loves it. Like, truly loves it. And I do too. And really, in a situation like that, when you get to the end of the game, that's when you can really start grinding some teams down. But pull yourself out to a lead before you do that. But at that same respect, I think that pretty much put Washington out. One of those three had to go, and now you know who it's going to be, so I don't see Washington moving forward with us. Agree with Oregon on Dawson Aitman. Yeah, Zach, I mean, I just don't see him sticking around. Machiavelli, yeah, I like Buckner, but Marinelli has the experience and has coached at a high level. I mean, he has, and I really think he was brought in here to take that defense coordinator job if Gunther's defense does not work out. And that's why I truly think you're going to see Gunther gets the pieces that he needs this offseason. And it's going to be linebackers. You're going to see, I'm going to say, at least 3 linebackers brought onto this team, whether through the draft or free agency this offseason. Gruden loves Richard for his pass blocking and receiving. Gruden definitely still wants a bigger third back. Yeah, I mean, he totally does. And Jalen he's that guy that comes in there every third down. And, I mean, even throughout this whole season, every time it was fucking third down, unless it was 3rd and 1, Jalen Richard was on that field making those plays. So I'm super happy he's back. Zach, I'm hoping Marinelli is in Gunther's ear helping his scheme. I guarantee you that shit's going to be happening. I guarantee those meetings, the defensive line meetings, are going to be extremely extensive. Oregon, got to go. Thanks for the chat, bro. Catch you later this week. Hell yeah, Oregon, dude. Thank you, man, for coming out. I truly do appreciate that. We will definitely catch you guys next time. Catch up. Peace. Machiavelli, yeah, today's NFL, these offenses are so explosive that it's hard to stop them. It truly is, man. There's teams that can go out there and just truly light you up in a matter of seconds. I mean, you saw it when we played the Chiefs this past season. At the end of the second quarter, there was like 5 minutes left, and they dropped 21 on us in a matter of like 4 fucking minutes. And there wasn't shit we could do about that. So that totally drove me insane. Isaiah Crowell needs to be brought back. He's a tough runner, and he's still young. I am a huge, huge fan of Isaiah Crowell. I am not even going to lie. I've talked about him many times on this show. I think he's going to end up taking Washington's spot. I think that's why you're going to end up seeing Washington moved on from. I know that Gruden really likes Crowell. I know that injury changed this offense a pretty good bit. So Crowell might be that guy out there, and I'd honestly be super happy about that. Zach, yeah, man, I was hyped we got Crowell last year. He's pretty good on the Jets. He was, dude, and he is that power dude. He is truly that power dude that can go out there and really just light you up when you're not expecting it. Plus, he has the speed to break those big runs. So I was pumped to shit about Crowell. I'm not even gonna lie about that. That does it, guys. That's what I had for you this week. You guys have any final thoughts or anything, please put it out there. I'll definitely hang around for a few minutes, just kind of see what you guys are thinking. I know there's a pretty big delay in these videos to where I'll look over and there'll be nothing, then I'll look back over and there'll be a shit ton of comments. So if you have any final thoughts, or if you have anything that you want to talk about next week or any shows moving forward, leave it in the comments section. Let me know. I have no problem jumping into damn near anything as long as it's the Oakland Raiders. Truly love this team. Truly love making these videos. But this shit right here, man, this is the reason I started this shit. I promise you that. Just to be able to sit down on Thursday night in the off season for, what, we're at like 41 minutes right now, and just bullshitting Raider football with people. Y'all have no idea how happy this shit makes me. It kills me, man. So yeah, that's what I got for you guys tonight. Until next time, I'm Sanjoku. If anything happens between now and next Thursday, I'll definitely be putting it out there for you guys. If anything pops in my head, I'm like, oh man, that would make a good video. I'll definitely put that shit out there for you. So please do subscribe if you're not subscribed now. We'll catch you guys next time. Have a good night. Oh, catch up. Sorry, dude. Why don't we just draft another tight end in the 4th, line up Waller at wide receiver, put Monroe at tight end. I remember Aaron Hernandez even at halfback. We just need some Giants to play the mismatch. Nah. The thing is about that is, like, I'm not disagreeing with you, but Waller at tight end is a huge mismatch. Like, a huge mismatch for a lot of fucking teams out there. Waller can eat a safety completely. But the main problem that I saw with Waller this past season is they started double teaming him. And when you can double team a tight end because you don't have the threats on the outside, that is how you start shutting teams down, because it naturally puts the extra man in the box to shut down Jacobs. That shit kills us, dude. But I think it's the 2 tight end and 3 tight end sets that you've been seeing. I think that is going to be a staple of this Raider offense. So I could see us bringing in somebody to maybe replace Carrier, but I honestly like Carrier. I think he does a damn good job, and he's super good in the blocking game. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think, man. I'm Sanjoku. We will catch you guys next week.